Have we always been alone? As we gaze up at the vast star-dusted tapestry of the night sky, it is a question that has echoed through the ages. We see countless points of light, each a distant sun, many circled by worlds we are only just beginning to discover. It is a humbling success. It makes one feel both incredibly small and part of something immeasurably grand. Humanity has long wondered if, among those billions of worlds, another intelligence has looked back, asking the same question. Perhaps they did more than just wonder. Perhaps in our planet's remote and misty past they came to visit. This is a truly tantalizing thought. What if the great leaps forward in human history were not entirely our own? What if the seeds of civilization, our myths, our most magnificent ancient structures were influenced by beings not of this earth? This is the core of a fascinating and often controversial idea, the Ancient Astronaut Theory. It suggests that extraterrestrial visitors came to our world thousands of years ago. They were seen as gods, as powerful beings descending from the heavens. They left their mark not in plain sight, but hidden within our oldest stories, our most enigmatic artifacts, and our most awe-inspiring monuments. While the idea of visitors from other worlds is a modern obsession, its roots in our popular culture are surprisingly deep. The notion that ancient myths were not myths at all, but rather historical records of alien encounters truly captured the public imagination in the latter half of the 20th century. It was a time of great change. Humanity had just taken its first steps onto the moon. The cosmos suddenly felt within our reach. This new perspective made people look at our own planet's history in a different light. The theory was popularized most famously by the Swiss author Erich von Däniken. His 1968 book Chariots of the Gods became a global phenomenon. It presented a compelling, if controversial, case. Sitchin, for example, claimed to have translated ancient Sumerian texts that told the story of a race of aliens, the Anunnaki, who came to Earth from a distant planet in our solar system. Such tales, blending ancient mythology with science fiction, offered a radical new interpretation of human origins. This explosion of interest turned the ancient astronaut theory from a fringe idea into a powerful cultural force. Books, documentaries, television series. In the arid coastal desert of southern Peru lies one of the world's most profound enigmas, the Nazca Lines. These are a series of enormous geoglyphs etched into the desert floor sometime between 500 BCE and 500 CE. There are hundreds of them. Some are simple lines and geometric shapes, stretching for kilometers across the plateau. Others are spectacular stylized figures of animals, a spider, a hummingbird, a monkey, a lizard. These figures are so immense that they can only be truly appreciated from high in the air. This, of course, is the central mystery. For proponents of the ancient astronaut theory, the answer is simple and exhilarating. Another puzzle that captivates the imagination is a fragment of a map drawn in 1513. It is known as the Piri Reis Map. Created by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, it is a remarkable document for its time. It shows parts of Europe, North Africa, the coast of Brazil with reasonable accuracy, but it is what the map appears to show that has sparked decades of intense debate. Proponents claim it depicts the coast of Antarctica, a continent that was not officially discovered until 1820. What's even more startling is that the map seems to show the Antarctic coastline free of ice. Piri Reis himself wrote that he compiled the map from about 20 different source charts. Some were contemporary, others, he noted, dated back to the time of Alexander the Great. Many scholars argue the supposed Antarctic coastline is more likely a fanciful or inaccurate depiction of the South American coast. Despite rational explanations, the Piri Reis Map remains a powerful symbol for those who believe our ancestors knew far more than we credit them with. In the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean lies one of the most isolated inhabited places on Earth, Easter Island or Rapa Nui. This tiny speck of land is home to a truly staggering sight, nearly 900 colossal stone statues known as Moai. Carved from volcanic tuff, these monolithic figures stand guard along the coastline, their backs to the sea. They are enormous. The average Moai is about 4 meters tall and weighs around 14 tons. The largest, Paro, was almost 10 meters high and weighed 82 tons. How could a small, isolated society with no wheels, no draft animals, and no metal tools carve, transport, and erect such giants? Through careful study and experiments, teams have successfully walked replicas of the statues upright, inch by inch, in a shuffling motion. Theorists suggest extraterrestrial visitors with advanced technology could have lifted and moved these massive stones. Perhaps the Moai were created in their honor. However, archaeologists and experimental historians have shown plausible human methods using ingenuity, organization, and sheer determination. The truth of human achievement, of a community working together, is perhaps even more awe-inspiring. Of all the wonders of the ancient world, none command as much awe and speculation as the Great Pyramids of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Khufu in particular is a masterpiece of engineering that continues to baffle us. It is constructed from an estimated 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons, transported from quarries hundreds of kilometers away. The structure is aligned with breathtaking precision to the cardinal points of the compass. Its dimensions are said to encode sophisticated mathematical constants like pi and the golden ratio. For ancient astronaut theorists, the pyramids are the ultimate smoking gun. The sheer scale and precision seem to point to technology far beyond ancient Egypt. Perhaps they used levitation technology or laser-like precision, or were directed by visitors. Yet Egyptologists and engineers have shown how the pyramids could have been built using the tools and techniques available at the time. They have unearthed the remains of workers' villages, evidence of ramps, sledges, and copper tools, pointing to a massive organized workforce. The overwhelming consensus is that the pyramids are a stunning testament to human ingenuity, planning, and collaborative effort. Beyond the great stone monuments, the ancient astronaut theory draws heavily from the world's rich tapestry of myths, legends, and religious texts. Proponents argue these are not mere stories, but eyewitness accounts of encounters with advanced beings, described in the only language ancient people had. Look, they say, at the ancient Sumerian texts from Mesopotamia. These writings describe gods known as the Anunnaki, who descended from the heavens and taught humanity the basics of civilization. In ancient India, the Vedas speak of vimanas, flying palaces, chariots, and schematic descriptions of craft that traveled great distances through the sky and even into space. In Mesoamerica, Quetzalcoatl descended from the heavens to teach writing, mathematics, and astronomy. In the Bible, Ezekiel describes a whirlwind and a celestial vehicle with wheels within wheels. The Book of Enoch speaks of ascent into the heavens. To believers, the consistency of these stories across many cultures is striking. Wise and powerful beings descending from the stars, sharing knowledge and being worshipped as gods. Could all these stories be pointing to a single shared extraordinary truth about our distant past? While the stories of ancient astronauts are undeniably exciting, it is crucial to listen to the voices of mainstream scientists, archaeologists, and historians. The overwhelming consensus in the academic world is that there is no credible evidence to support the theory. Critics argue the framework is built on a flawed premise, that ancient peoples were not clever or capable enough. This is pessimistic and disrespectful. For every mystery presented, there is a well-researched, evidence-based explanation. The Nazca Lines are best understood as ritual and astronomy. The Piri Reis Map is likely an error or invention. The Moai and the pyramids are human achievements. Science demands rigorous proof. The scientific method requires that extraordinary claims be supported by extraordinary evidence. What would be convincing? An artifact of unearthly origin discovered in a sealed ancient tomb, or a text with impossible scientific knowledge. So, if the scientific evidence is so lacking, why does the ancient astronaut theory continue to fascinate so many people? The answer lies deep within the human spirit. We are a species driven by curiosity. We have an innate desire to understand our origins and to find our place in the cosmos. In the end, we are left with a choice between two powerful stories. One is the story of human ingenuity, determination, and collaboration. The other is the story of a cosmic connection. Mysterious visitors who left an indelible mark. Perhaps these stories are not mutually exclusive. Whether a forgotten memory or a product of imagination, they reveal the most wonderful truth of all. Outdoor knowledge, the drive to explore, the courage to ask what if, are the greatest treasures of humanity.